Hey everyone, Josh here from SenseHR. Thought it'd be useful to put together a video recording of what the self-service element looks like within Sense in regards to the employee and the line manager access. Now, one of the first things to quickly mention is we have two ways to log into the system, and that could be directly through a laptop or a PC, as I'm going to do today, or of course we could log in directly through a mobile app as well. Mobile app, just to confirm, is available both Android, iOS devices, and if of course the employees prefer, it could just be used for an iPad and a tablet as well. Great, so let's get logged in first as that employee. Now, as we log into the system as the employee, the first thing you're going to see is what we class as a dashboard, which is really a bit of a central point for all of their information. And one of the first areas that we have is something that we class as to-dos. Now, to-dos is anything that that person needs to complete. So that could be signing a contract, that could be reading and accepting a policy, that could be potentially completing an onboarding process, maybe even completing a medical questionnaire as an example. Employees would also have access to their documents. Of course, that would be their personal documents, and they would also have visibility of company documents. You've then also got visibility of their team. Now, because they're employees, it is slightly restricted. We don't want them to see things like sickness and maternity, but we do want them to see if their colleagues are training, if they're working, if it's potentially a non-working day. Are they on holiday? Are they maybe working from home? Are they at a conference, an office event? Has their shift not started or completed? So we know exactly what they're doing for the day. But they've also got the option to then do a clock in, clock out. And of course, if they do clock in, that will display against their working status, indicating to everybody else that they're in for the day, but also pushing the time into their personal planner as well. I will quickly mention that can also be done directly through that mobile app, just the same. They have also got the option to book their own annual leave. That, of course, will send an email to their line manager for approval, and their line manager could then approve that via the email, via their to-do section, or via the mobile app. But we will approve that very shortly when we log in as the line manager. But I'll just quickly book that holiday for now. The employees have also got visibility of their up-and-coming events. They can see any company news. They've also got access to a main company calendar. Now, we actually give you 3 different calendar options. We have a list view, which is more of an individual breakdown. So we have first and last name on this column, activity down here, and we can see that for the week, month, and for the year. We then have a calendar view, which in my opinion looks a little bit like a Teams and Outlook. And then we've also got a people view, which is using icons display when someone's not going to be in. Now, from any one of these 3 calendars, they can book their own leave, but they could also link that to their normal day-to-day working calendar just the same. Now, that's a quick look at what it looks like from the employee side of things. Let's have a look now what it looks like from that line manager side. And just to very quickly confirm, everything I'm showing you as the line manager is also the same on the mobile app, just like the employee as well. Now, of course, when we log in as the line manager, you might see a slight change to the dashboard compared to how it looked for the employee. But of course, the manager needs to see a little bit more information. They need to potentially see things around their team. And of course, they also need to see some stats like outstanding holiday balances. But they will also see their to-dos when they log in. Now, because Ellie's a line manager, Ellie's got a holiday to approve, and Ellie's got a performance review that we need to sign off on. Ellie's also got full visibility of the team because Ellie's a manager, and we also start to see things now like that maternity information and also sickness information. We can see up and coming events for our team for those planning purposes over the coming weeks, and we've also got the team's outstanding holiday balance. Now, I'm on a January to December calendar year, so I'm not worrying too much just yet, but as we start to get into July, August, if I'm starting to see those type of figures, well then I'm going to probably start posting company news to my team, asking them to get that booked in. Of course, because I'm a line manager, though, I have got access to some of my team's information, but it has been restricted on what I can see. I can't see things like bank details or salary, but if I do click into a team member, then yes, I could enter their holidays and sicknesses, and yes, I could update their training and their one-to-one information. I would also have access to that main company calendar, but because I'm a manager, I'm going to see slightly more, and that's going to be things like, of course, maternity and sickness. But just like the employees, I can also book my own annual leave, and I can also link that to my normal day-to-day working calendar as well.